And as Liz Lemon has proven, content is king. Hey, at least that's what Comcast is hoping, right? Comcast late last night announced that they are spending a big chunk of money for 30 Rock, as well as the rest of NBC Universal, almost $17 billion to buy the other half of the company that Comcast didn't own. They're buying it from GE. Is the Comcast name going to be on top of 30 Rock? Dave Benoit's here with that story.
Hey, Paul.
This was surprising in the timing, right?
Exactly.
Not so much that they were ever going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So if you remember 2 years ago, Comcast bought 51% of NBC Universal from General Electric. And kind of, it was expected that Comcast would buy out the rest of it eventually, but probably not until 2014 at the earliest, and as late as 2018 the transaction was supposed to take too.
Wow, that was in the original deal.
Yes, yeah, that was in the original deal.
So yesterday, this surprise
announcement. So they come out,
announcement.
right, $16.7 billion for just the NBC Universal, and then another $1.4 billion for Rockefeller Center and the real estate, including CNBC's headquarters.
Why?
Essentially,
why? That's a natural question.
Essentially,
Why now?
the argument is Comcast is turning around NBC. It's doing better. Things are getting better. And if they waited, they were going to have to pay more. So that's kind of their argument. GE wants the cash now. They're going to turn around and buy back $10 billion in shares and do other things with their cash. So both sides are kind of proclaiming victory today. Shares are up. GE's at
pretty sharply, right?
GE's at a 4-year high, and Comcast is at an all-time high.
Wow. And you can see the Comcast up about 6% today. You know, yes, they've turned NBC around to an extent, right? I mean, the network itself, the big network, NBC, was languishing. The Universal Pictures unit has had a couple of good movies, a couple of bad ones. But I mean, is it a real, exactly, a Battleship. I mean, is it a real turnaround, or is it just a coming off a low base? I mean, what are the real challenges here?
Right. This is certainly a big challenge, and kind of Comcast is really betting the house on combining both the content and the distribution network that it runs, kind of what we saw Time Warner attempt to do and not exactly succeed. That's why there's Time Warner and Time Warner Cable. They have a lot of work to do. This is, like I said, this is an early kind of bet. They decided, let's pay for it now while it's still a little bit depressed. They're going to have to keep working on the content, kind of worryingly, in their quarterly results. The past stars, the cable networks, were actually down, whereas the other NBC News and broadcast were doing better.
How do they respond to the internet? How do they respond to everything all the different distribution channels that are coming around?
Right. This is going to be a big question too, because they are going to have problems, given that they operate the actual, wires and stuff that get cable to your house. Them trying to control content on the internet is going to be difficult, and there are going to be kind of questions about how much power they have. They seem not concerned with it, but we'll see what happens. They've spent a lot of money developing things too. I mean, they've been at the forefront.
Dave Benoit, thank you very much. Excellent posts on Deal Journal yesterday, by the way, and I know you'll have more on that.
We will.